Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. If I have red on my teeth at any time during this video, I know you're not going to be able to tell me, but just disregard because I'm not going to be able to see it, okay? We're just going to do this together. Just pretend it's not there. Alright, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a video that I made last year. Around this time, it was probably a week later in December, maybe around the 23rd, 22nd-ish of December. And it was brands that I want to try in 2021. And I kind of want to talk to you guys about the brands that I've tried that I wanted to try at the beginning of this year. Or end of last year, and see if I have tried them and what I think. So let's start off with the first one, which was Shine by SD Cosmetics. If I can say anything about this brand is that you need everything that this brand makes. Shine by SD Cosmetics has the most beautiful eyeshadows, really beautiful textures, really beautiful finishes, incredible shifts, and the value is really good for the money. What you're paying for what you're getting is like ridiculously good. So I highly recommend this brand. I'm very happy that I was able to purchase some of the products. I was supposed to be on a low buy last year or this year. I guess it would be this year. So 2021 was supposed to be my low buy year. I completely failed and bombed that. Next year will be totally different. I have to be very serious in what I'm buying. But I will be saving up, hopefully, if I have any money to save up. I will be saving up for a few more Shine by SD Cosmetics at the end of 2022. I would love to own every single thing from this brand if I had the money. If I just had money fall in my lap and I was able to like pay off my bills and everything and I had money left over, the first thing I would do is buy Shine by SD Cosmetics eyeshadows because they are amazing quality, and Shaniqua is such a wonderful person and puts her heart and soul into every product that she makes. Highly recommend. Please go check them out. I will have the link down below. Next is Ofra Cosmetics. So at the time I had created that video, I had not tried anything from Ofra Cosmetics at all. I had made an order though for a couple of highlighters, and I did get those. I can probably show you a couple right now. I have 7 highlighters now from Ofra. I made one order and I wanted to make it worth my while. I will not be ordering for a long time from any brand like that because unfortunately, again, like I said, I don't have a lot of money to put towards makeup, unfortunately. But I do want to make sure I do my project panning. Now these will be included in my project pans for usage goals because I want to get use out of them. But here is just one example. This is Space Baby and this is a collab with Nikki Tutorials. So here's one of those highlighters. Like, is that not just gleaming? It's just so beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful and just melts right into the skin. And another one I have as an example is Cloud9. These are both like rather like fun highlighters. I do have like glazed donut or whatever the other one. It's like mixed with 2 different colors. And then this one is Cloud9. I have Rodeo Drive. I have the Nikki Tutorials Trio. I have a couple of them, so I'm really happy with the ones that I have. I really like them. They're great quality. Like I said, they melt right into the skin. They don't show any textures or anything. Absolutely stunning. From what I have heard, they are a problematic brand right now based on, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it was something to do with a racial comment or gesture, but I'm not going into that. That's not what this is about. We don't want to talk about that right now. If I do look into that and I want to order from the brand, that is something that will make me or break me from ordering. I do not stand behind negativity or racism, so I will not be purchasing from that brand if that is the thing. But right now I'm not even considering ordering from it right now because I just don't have the money to put towards it. If I find out that they've done something about it and they've made some kind of huge gesture to the community, maybe. But at the same time, it's not a good look for the brand. But I don't want to go there. Like I said, I want to try and keep this as light and bubbly as possible. The next one was Terra Moons Cosmetics. I hadn't tried them as of December in 2020. So as of now, I have a ton of individual shadows. I just absolutely love them. They're a little bit of a drier formula. There is a lot of kick up. You will definitely make some dust in your palettes. But what I like about them is they have a lot of pigmentation. There's a lot of fun eyeshadow colors that I don't really see in other brands, and also like other palettes. Like say for example, you're buying a pre-made palette from a brand at Sephora or MAC or wherever. I do not see, or Ulta I guess I could say, I don't see some of these eyeshadow palettes in those like pre-made palettes. So you're getting something completely different. The vibrancy, the neons, like the textures, like it's just, they have a lot. They have a lot and they're so beautiful. I definitely recommend them. I do like the shifts and the textures of Shine by SD more than Terra Moon's. I'm a bigger fan of the Shine by SD products, but that being said, I love the matte formulas and the neon formulas from Terra Moon's. They have just such beautiful shadows. And honestly, like again, if you have the money to put out for it, I highly recommend you try a couple of them just to see if they're a formula for you, instead of buying too many and then, you know, having too much or spending too much and then realizing, oops, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I don't like love the formula, or maybe you do love it and then you can buy something later. But I don't want to tell you like go out and spend all your money. I'm just saying I'm enjoying everything that I have bought and I'm very happy that I did make that purchase. The next one is Glam Cosmetics. I have actually quite a few palettes from Glam Cosmetics and I am incredibly surprised and pleasantly surprised at the quality and the creativeness of their palettes. It's just my absolute favorite pre-made eyeshadow palette in my collection is the Ice Cream Dream eyeshadow palette from Glam. It's beautiful. The color story is better than any other color story I think I've ever seen. It's just stunning. It reminds me of summer. It just makes me feel like spring and summer all year round when I have that eyeshadow palette out. I'm excited to use it every single time. I have not seen a dud in that entire palette. So that one I highly recommend. I do have the Cake palette. I love that because it's a little bit more deeper tones than the ones that you get in the Ice Cream Dream palette. And I really feel like that is a good companion palette if you wanted to have some deepening shades for the outer corner, or you wanted to create halo eye looks. I feel like those two palettes really go well together. I did actually get the Paint Pro and the Paint Pro 2 eyeshadow palette, and I love both of those. I wish they were the same size, honestly, because one of the paint palette, like the way that the palette is formulated, it looks like a painter's like holding thing. You put whatever, you know what I mean. You put the thing in your hand, like you use the paints out there, you know what I mean, right? So there's a larger one for the original, and then they made the second one a lot smaller. So they're not the same size, so I feel like it's not as cohesive, and I like everything to sort of like line up. I'm like that person where things have to flow nicely in my collection for me to find it desirable and usable. And although I still am using them and I love them, the formula, the eyeshadow quality, everything is great with the quality and everything. Just for me, and like my pickiness, it's just something that my opinion is like based off of, is I like to have everything cohesive. For example, all the Naked palettes are like the same size, whether they've changed the packaging from metal to the plastic, whatever, they're still the same kind of size and everything, dimensions. I like that idea. Don't like the Naked palettes, are not my favorite anymore. I've definitely grown from the Naked palette line, but it's just an example for the packaging. And those ones, having them two different sizes, it just isn't my jam. I like having everything like cohesive. So when a brand comes out with a bunch of different palettes, a bunch of different sizes, like Too Faced for example, not my jam. I don't tend to buy those because it's just too much all over the place. It's just too much. So yeah. But I really love the formula, the quality, everything about the eyeshadows is perfection. They're so great. Highly recommend Glam. And the price you're getting for what you're buying is like, it's awesome. Like whatever money you're putting into it and whatever you're getting out of it, it's completely worth it. Completely worth it. All right. The next one I have tried, or have I tried this? Oh, Beauty Bay and Sample Beauty. So unfortunately, I have not tried Beauty Bay yet or Sample Beauty yet. Not in eyeshadow palettes anyways, and that's definitely something that I wanted to do, is try the eyeshadow formulation. So it's not something that I was able to try, unfortunately. There was one eyeshadow palette that I really wanted that I didn't get my hands on, and they don't sell it anymore, of course, because that's just what happens with that brand. They like put things out and then they no longer sell them. So unfortunately that part I'm a little disappointed on, but I didn't have the money, and I'm trying to be a little bit more brutal closer to the end of the year, what I'm buying, like what I'm putting my money out for now. And next year, like I said, I'm cutting it down substantially. So I don't know that I will be trying Beauty Bay or Sample Beauty next year, but they are still on my list. My throat's already getting dry, y'all. I haven't even gotten halfway into this. All right, Cleona Cosmetics. So I made a substantial order at the end of December last year, and like in 2020, and I got it early in January, I believe. January or February, I can't remember. And it was a huge order and very expensive. Very glad that I did purchase that product, but I will not be making a purchase for a while just because of how expensive it is. It's just a lot of money to put out. They are freaking gorgeous, like very worth the money that you put out, but I don't have money. I can do this. I don't have the money to put out for Cleona Cosmetics anymore. My money would be allotted for something maybe on Black Friday or the Sephora sales at the end of the next year. But unfortunately, I won't be buying anything for from Cleona Cosmetics unless I use up something that I already have and I want to buy it again. Melt Cosmetics. By now I have like so many palettes. I love them. I have the Beetlejuice collection. I have the Vita palette, Smoke Sessions, She's in Parties, 24 palette, 40, no, you know what I mean, 420, 27, 20, something like that. I have those eyeshadow palettes and I am in love with all of them. However, the formula is, yeah, you have to be careful with the formulation because sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's not good quality at all. So those ones are just a little, but I do love it and I wish I could collect all of them. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of iffy on some of the formulations, but I do love the aesthetic and everything and the brand. Like, it's just, yeah, I love that. Juvia's Place, I haven't purchased any since of the stuff that I have already purchased, and I don't think I will be again for a while because I have enough, but the quality is amazing. I really do love the eyeshadows, and if I do have some money freed up and I can't afford a lot, the cost is so like it's inexpensive for what you're buying. Like, they are really a good value for what you're purchasing. Like, their quality is amazing, the cost is low. That's great for everybody, right? That's awesome. Be Perfect Cosmetics, I do have 2 eyeshadow palettes now. I have the Carnival 3 and the Carnival 4, and I love both of them. I think they're fantastic quality. It's not I shouldn't say fantastic quality, they're good quality. They're not my favorite quality. They're a little dusty and sometimes patchy, but a lot of the time they work very well. It's just a couple of eyeshadows are and some of them are really nice. But again, I don't think I'll be buying any more from that brand for a while unless it's something that blows my mind. Jouer Cosmetics, I haven't tried any eyeshadow palettes. I have a couple of highlighters. I had the highlighters before I even made the video last year, but I was so lucky that Rania gave me a blush palette that had 6 blushes in it, and I was able to try that. It is a little dusty. It's a little bit drier of a formula, but I do love the blushes and I think they're wonderful. Not as good as MAC formula, but it is something that I really enjoy, and I was very grateful that she thought of me, that she was like able to give that to me, because that's just so nice of her and it was really appreciated. Liesel Cosmetics is a brand that I would love to try. I have not tried them yet. Again, I spent too much money, and I bought from a lot of brands that I really saw things that I could buy in bulk of, like a lot of things that I liked. And Liesel Cosmetics, though I liked a lot of their stuff, I feel like the cost would be really high. I'm pretty sure it comes from overseas. I can't remember exactly where they ship from, but I think it would be a little expensive for me being in Canada. I'm pretty sure I'd have to pay duty and all that stuff, so it wasn't on my top priority, but it is something that I would like to purchase from. Makeup a Murder, I definitely have ordered from them. I've ordered twice from them and I really love everything that I've purchased. I need to start using their products more. I use their eyeshadow palettes more than I use the pigments, and the pigments are like the big thing that I bought from them that I thought I really needed to try, and they're amazing. They are blacklight responsive, they're very beautiful, very neon, very bright, and they also have a pastel line which is stunning and is also blacklight or blacklight responsive. Highly recommend. They have some little highlighter, loose highlighter things that I want to try now, and they're just beautiful, but I just can't put out the money yet, but it's something that I really want to try and it's on my list for in the future. Davina Cosmetics, I would love to order from, but unfortunately I don't have the money for that. That's something that's the same. The quality looks beautiful and the cost is lower, but unfortunately I just don't have the money to put out. Give Me Glow Cosmetics is, like, I've bought so much from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I have a huge palette that's half filled with their products, and I have a couple of freestanding eyeshadow palettes from them. So highly recommend their palettes. And I also made another order with the, what is it called? The Bad Witch Club, the most recent release. I'm waiting for that to come, and I also ordered another couple of empty palettes and a couple of loose eyeshadows as well. So I'll show you guys all that when I get that. I'll do a haul and everything in a video on that. Alright, so unfortunately my camera died on me as I was talking, and I didn't realize I was running out of battery. So I'm just going to continue on my phone. And yeah, we're just going to splice this together. So if it looks very different and everything, I am so sorry about that. Please forgive me, but I just wanted to continue on so I could get this video up for you guys. I do love the Gimme Glow brand. You guys will see I have a lot of Gimme Glow products. They do have a primer in their eyeshadow formula, I believe. So when you put it on, if you have a primer on already and you put that on top, it'll probably crease because it'll be just a lot of like creaminess happening. So you don't necessarily need to put a primer down if you're going to use their eyeshadows. It'll probably stay better, and it probably won't be as patchy or crease as much. So just keep an eye out for that. If you're trying their products and you're wondering what's happening, you may be just having just too much creaminess or whatever liquid underneath the eyeshadow with that additional primer. So try that first and then see or whatever if there's an issue. But I haven't had any issues with my Gimme Glow eyeshadows. They're wonderful, so beautiful, ridiculously awesome, big pans. I feel like the price is right there. Like, it is a good price for what you're getting. And again, just a brand that I have bought a lot from and I will continue to buy a lot from. So Peachy Queen Cosmetics, I did want to try from that brand, but unfortunately I haven't bit the bullet. I've heard some like mixed messages from like about that brand, and usually I don't let things sway me. I like try it out for myself, but I just feel like the quality, what I've seen, isn't as amazing as what I'm hoping and what I have received from other brands. Like I purchased all mine. When I say received, I mean things that I've purchased with my own money and I've received as my order. I have not gotten any PR from anybody or free products or anything like that from any company or any person, except for that gift from Rania. That was the only thing that I've gotten that was free from someone other than like me or my family. So I buy everything with my own money. So of course, when I'm telling you guys this stuff, of course it's going to be my honest opinion. And even if I were to get PR, it would be my honest opinion as well. But Peachy Queen, I just saw that like there wasn't 100% the pigmentation I don't believe that I wanted. I believe that it was either that one or maybe it was Fruits Cosmetics. So Peachy Queen and Fruits Cosmetics are both brands that I really want to try. And it was one of those two that didn't have the pigmentation behind it. If you guys have tried either Peachy Queen or Fruits Cosmetics, please let me know, because I do want to try one of the two in the future. I probably won't be in 2022 because I'm really going to be withholding my wallet from any spending. I'm trying so hard not to buy anything for 2022, and it is going to be difficult. But I have so many beautiful things in my collection that I think now it's just time to start using and loving and making my collection look like it has actually been worn, instead of like I could sell it like I just bought it yesterday, it's just looking brand new. I want to make sure my products look worn. So I won't be buying much. So the next brand is Patrick Ta, and I have really like Patrick Ta's products. Really don't like the brow products, like the brow soap, whatever you want to call that, the brow gel, brow soap, whatever. My goal was to try those products for 2021, and I ended up buying a clear one and a brown one, the brow gel, like the clear one and the brown gel. And unfortunately I was not a fan at all. I did like it on occasion, but what I didn't like was that it just looked like soap brow, and you could see the little bits of soap drying, or if you used the one with the brown tint, you could see it like flecking on the top part of your brow where the hairs grow a little bit too tall. If you're doing like spiky brows like I have right now, you could see like little bits of soapy or whatever texture and color on your skin, and it was not a cute look. It was really horrible, and I'd have to go underneath with a pointed Q-tip to try to remove that stuff. It was not enjoyable at all, unfortunately. So I used both of them up. That was probably $60 or more, including taxes. It was $29 each, and then taxes. So over $60 on just brow products, and they didn't last me very long at all, maybe 2 months each, and that was it. So $60 in like under 4 months. and it just wasn't worth it to me, honestly. So I will not be purchasing that again. I do love the contour shade that I have, like the bronzer and contour duo, the cream and powder one. I love that. I have She Sculpted. It's beautiful. And I also bought the holiday blush trio because I did want to try before I go ahead and buy any more single. Like there's a couple of the duos in the single compact that I want to order, but I don't want to buy that until I try this trio. Like it's a 6-pan, but I call it a trio because you use the two together. So I want to try those first before I put any more money out, and also I'm trying to save. Next one is Suva Beauty. This is the last one I believe that was on my list. I do have other brands I want to try next year, but I'm not even going to get into that. But Suva Beauty I did try. I did make an order from them. So most of the brands that were on my list I did order from, and I love the Suva Beauty products. I purchased twice from the brand in 2021, and I ordered quite a few of the individual pot hydro liners and 2 of the little palettes. I think the taffy one, and then there was another one I can't remember. There's a blue palette of 5 and a yellow palette of 5, and I ordered both of those. I did want the primary one and the grunge one, but unfortunately, again, my wallet's not allowing me to, so I'm not going to do it. So I do like what I have. I need to start using them more. I tend to forget sometimes that I have things, especially when I'm using stuff from projects. I focus solely on those products too much. There we go. And unfortunately, I forget to use my other things because they're not in projects. So then I don't want to use them because I'm trying to use the stuff that's in my projects. So unfortunately, some of my stuff gets forgotten, and I have so much stuff. Hence the reason why I want to make sure that I'm utilizing my stuff next year before I go ahead and purchase anything else. So that is pretty much it. That's everything that I wanted to try in 2021. Like I said, I did buy quite a bit from these brands, and I really, really, really hope I hear back from Gimme Glow because they are a brand that I have probably spent the most money at, other than Cleona maybe. But Cleona is just a very, very high priced, like, I don't know what I want to say here. They're a high-priced, high-quality brand, but I just don't have the money to purchase more from them. I feel like I could find kind of similar-esque products from other indie brands that are less expensive. But they have these beautiful textures and shines, and I'm totally getting off on a tangent now. There's so many amazing indie brands out there, and other brands, not just indie brands, but let me know what you guys have tried, or what brands you want to try in 2022 if you haven't tried them yet. I would love to know that because there's quite a few brands for not necessarily 2022, but in the future that I would like to try. Again, Liesel Cosmetics is up there, Davina Cosmetics, Jouer Cosmetics. There's a bunch of different brands that I want to try from, and I just don't have the money to put out for that stuff, unfortunately. So if I down the road for some reason I'm able to order some things, of course I'm gonna let you guys know. Of course I'm gonna do swatch videos, or whatever videos to show you guys, hauls, whatever, to show you what I've got. At the same time, you probably won't see that many hauls from me in 2022 because as of January 1st I am laying down the law for real this time, and I'm really going to try to utilize what I have. So you'll see a lot of project pans on my channel next year, and not so much for the hauls, but I will definitely be doing a few creative videos in the meantime. So I hope you guys are subscribed to my channel and that you've liked the video. If you have liked this, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Have a great holiday, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, everybody.